Recently, this pic dropped of the Black Dawn brother turning into the Black Reed Soldier. And people are mad about it. So Dob Brothers is right around the corner, and we're getting brand new information about it daily. One of the things that we learned is that in addition to having these legendary Ranger mecha, we're also going to be getting the Rangers transforming into other Rangers from past seasons, a la Zenkaiger style. And a lot of people are kind of frustrated with this for a variety of reasons, and a lot of people don't care. So in this video, we're kind of going to be just sort of facilitating a discussion because I have opinions, and for some reason y'all respect video essays more than you do Twitter essays. So let's get into it. So I think this tweet is a good place to start. Certain close friend of the channel, frequent collaborator, personal buddy of mine, Hercules, tweeted out, "I'm all on board for Dob Brothers, but I do fear that Sentai is falling into the anniversary/legacy gimmicks that make Ultraman seem so impenetrable to new fans." And people freaked the fuck out when he tweeted this. And I'm gonna just get it out of the way right now. I kinda agree with him though. I think a lot of the issue with this tweet is coming from the word impenetrable. And I think that may not be the best word choice necessarily, because obviously like Ultraman isn't impenetrable. The show's getting new fans every day, and obviously people are watching it, people are hearing about it, and Ultraman's been on the up and ups in terms of like viewership and new people and money coming in since it came back with Ginga, which was this big anniversary season. Obviously it's not impenetrable because it's making money and it's attracting new faces. So maybe I don't agree with that word necessarily, but the thing is that it does feel impenetrable sometimes to a degree. I'm not saying it is impenetrable, but it can feel that way. You know what I'm saying? Because you and I and we and everyone else here in the fandom knows that you don't need to watch every season of Ultraman to get the newer seasons of Ultraman. You and I and we and everyone else, we get that. But the thing is that from an outsider's perspective, it may seem like the case. It kind of feels like a joke that you only kind of get. Or to better summarize it, I feel like it's sort of like you're hanging out with a group of friends and everyone's laughing and giggling and having a good time. And then there's these two friends who are a little bit closer than everyone else, and they're like making jokes to each other and like looking around and like whispering and pointing at shit. And you're kind of looking at them like, we're all having fun, and I know I'm friends with you, but like, the fuck is going on over there? You know what I mean? That's kind of what it feels like, because it's like, I get it, everything's cool, everything's nice, we're having fun, this is a fun show, I'm enjoying myself. But what's going on over, what's that about? You know, and I see some people comparing it to like the MCU, where they're like, well, the MCU is composed of like 30 some odd movies with all of these intertwining stories and characters that like build into one another and follow through plot lines and stuff like that. And that's true. The MCU has all this, and it can be a little complex for new viewers, but the whole difference is that like we're at 50 some odd years of Kamen Rider and Ultraman, and 45 with Sentai. Like, we're at this point where if you're an outside person trying to get in, it just looks like a wall of 50 some odd years, half a century's worth of content that you may have to watch in order to get the newest season that's coming out. And here's the thing, to Steelman the opposite side, like, you don't fucking have to. We all know you don't fucking have to. You need to watch all that? Nah, you don't fucking have to. But to someone just getting into it, they may not know that. When they see this magazine scan of there being like past Rangers coming back and all this, that, and the third, that can be a little intimidating. You and I are in the fandom if you're watching this video. You probably get it. But to someone not here, someone who doesn't know about this, they may think that that's a non-starter when it comes to being able to fully enjoy this show to its fullest extent. And I've seen some people throw around this argument of like, oh, the internet exists. You could just wiki dive. You could just go scroll through some Wikipedias and then you get it. Or you can go on Twitter and see everyone talking about this week's episode and see all the fun facts get pointed out that way. And it's like, you know, I don't want to have to do homework Like, think about it like this. You don't have to read a textbook's worth of information to understand Euphoria. And no one wants to spend 3 to 6 hours learning Sentai facts in order to watch the latest episode. I know you don't have to do that. I understand that that's not required. But to someone who's outside and doesn't know that, may think that they need to spend 8 to 9 hours reading about how the Zenkaiger did a thing in episode 36 where the Seiju Sentai Ginga Man showed up or whatever. Some people may think that that needs to happen. Like, we're talking about 45 to 50 years worth of content. That's a lot of stuff to catch up on if you want to enjoy the newest Tokusatsu shows that all include these anniversary gimmicks. It's a lot of information. And it's like, I know people who've watched all of One Piece over the course of the pandemic till now, and more power to them. That's awesome. That's great. And the fact that they could do it and enjoy it, that's awesome. But there's not a chance in hell can I watch every single episode of Super Sentai that has ever been produced. It can't happen. It's not gonna happen. I can't do that. How many episodes of Sentai are there now? $2,211 as of the last episode of Kira Major, so that's not even including Zenkaiger. How many hours is that? That's 4,422 hours. That's a lot of Sentai to catch up on. And that's also true of Ultraman and Kamen Rider. It's a lot to catch up on. The crazy thing about it is that I'm saying all this, but the anniversary stuff seems to work. People seem to like it. Toy numbers always seem to go up whenever there's anniversary stuff in these shows. We've seen it with Geo, seen it with Revice, we've seen it with all of Ultraman, we've seen it with Zenkaiger, we've seen it with all of Zenkaiger. It just seems to be that way. So maybe I'm saying all of this and it doesn't even matter. Maybe. But if I'm being honest with you, that's not even where my issue fully lies with it. My problem with it is that it just doesn't feel special anymore. Like I remember being a kid, and I got into Power Rangers around like Dino Thunder. So this is kind of like a backlog for me, I guess. I remember seeing Forever Red for the first time.
What? 10 Red Rangers?
Well, what are we waiting for?
And seeing 10 of the series' main characters all come together, a decade's worth of heroes coming together on screen, and thinking to myself, oh my god, how did they pull this off? Like, it felt so awesome to see. The really crazy thing about it is that I don't have that feeling anymore with this stuff. I remember when Zenkaiger came out, and I was just getting into Sentai. I got into Sentai around like Shinkenger, and so it was like my second time having like a new season announcing and stuff like that for like Sentai and stuff. And I remember seeing the scans and seeing that they're turning into all these past Rangers and hearing the rumors and seeing all this stuff and all these legacy toys, and it felt like this big huge celebration and like all 199 heroes standing in that rock quarry. It felt like a big old jamboree. It was insane. It was insane to see that. And I loved it, and I was all about it. And I don't have that feeling anymore. And I don't know if it's because I'm older now. Very well could be the case. Or if it's because of the fact that it just doesn't feel special anymore. And the thing is, I still enjoy these shows. I still love these shows. You see me, I'm making a 30-minute video about this topic. I still love this stuff. But anniversary stuff doesn't hit the same anymore. You know, Geo just came out 3 years ago, and it had all these Legacy Rider armors and stuff, and it was great, and it was fun, but now we're doing it again? And the thing is, I like Revice. I think Revice is a great show, but the anniversary stuff just doesn't hit with me. I love the show. I enjoy the characters. Fuck, Vice is even growing on me a little bit, and I hated him. I hated him, and I still kind of hate him, but he's grown on me. I like him a little bit now. I hate that I like him. You know, and then since Zenkaiger, we've had all these superhero Senki, superhero Tyson Z type anniversaries and crossovers where Kamen Rider's there and Sentai's here, and they're all these just empty suits sitting in rock quarries. Kind of like how they did the first time. And it feels like we get a movie like this where you have all these suits coming together and standing next to each other like once a year now. And we just had the anniversary season with Zenkaiger, and now we're doing it again. We're adding in anniversary elements again in the 46th season. It's not even like a fun number to anniversarize. Like, I understand not wanting to stop partying, but it's kind of getting old. It's not really what it used to be anymore. And I miss what it used to be. So I think, you know, outside of accessibility and new fans and stuff, because it does bring in more money and bidder numbers and stuff. I just want it to feel special again. I want to feel how I felt watching Forever Red for the first time. So that's all I got for this video, now that we're ending it on a sad note. But I think I got my point across. Yeah, this is an upload a week after the last upload. I normally say I go for every other week, but this is 2 weeks in a row, so I'm on the right path. I'll see you in the next one.